Join me. Together we can rule the galaxy far from sun.
I am a Jedi, like my father before me.
This is getting out of hand. Now there are two of them.
Hello there, Space Wizards, Plastic Spacemen, and Rebel Princesses. This is Todd Hoffman and Trent Hoffman, and this is Big T and Little T, a Star Wars podcast. Welcome to episode 192. Today we're going to do something a little different. Been a minute since we podded, so is that a word, podded? I don't know. Podcasting, something. We got a couple cool guests lined up here soon, but I thought it'd be kind of cool just to do a little news catch up. There's a lot of things that are going on in, Star Wars land, as if you will. And, we just want to talk a little bit about the news and just, see what's up, So, Trent unfortunately could not join me just based on scheduling things, but he's doing great. Having a lot of fun in school. He's in band, playing the saxophone. Watch out, Lisa Simpson. He's coming for you, or coming for you. Yeah, you know what I mean. So we're doing that. Fortnite Nightmares is happening. It's Halloween time, so just super excited for that. The map's really cool. They added a couple Halloween-y type things, and a lot of things are happening. And then basically right after this, the new map's coming out and they're going back old school for like a month, which is fun. So that should be fun as we prepare for the end of the year, which is cool. But still kind of Marvel, it's a Marvel Halloween theme. So that's going on. But yeah, pretty much not too much happening. Ellie had some tonsils and adenoids taken out, and she's recovering, and she's doing good, but it's a slow process of healing and stuff like that. So but everything went well with her surgery. So that's kind of the most immediate thing happening with our family, but everything's good. And we're under 50 days to Skeleton Crew, so we're super excited for that. And in fact, I just finished, had a bunch of Amazon gift cards and got me the Onyx Cider, something like that. It is the ship for the Skeleton Crew, and it was a lot of fun. And I really enjoyed that and did that over, 2 weeks. I mean, there was like a lot of pieces, like 13 bags or 14 bags of stuff, and a couple minifigures. It was super fun. So took some Amazon gift cards for my birthday and said, happy birthday, and got me a little Lego set, and, nerded out and did a stop motion video. So you should check that out on our channel as you do. And it was just a lot of fun. So here are a couple news items. So let's jump right into our main topic here. So first up, let's see what we got here. And again, trying to keep this just relatively, I guess would be relatively new-ish. So the first one is coming from GameIndustry.biz, and basically it's saying that Ubisoft is having a little issue. So basically what happened was they didn't meet the mark. So essentially, this is what it says. Ubisoft revised financial targets after soft sales of Star Wars Outlaws and Assassin's Creed Shadows delay. Executive committee launches review in light of recent challenges. So basically what this is saying that they expect the second quarter of net bookings around £500 million, I think. But they had to readjust because Star Wars Outlaws is not doing as good as they expected, and they're actually delaying. Assassin's Creed was supposed to drop in November, but now they're pushing it out to February 2025. And the quote says here, our second quarter performance fell short to our expectations, prompting us to address this swiftly and firmly with even greater focus on player-centric gameplay-first approach and unwavering commitment to long-term value of our brand, said the co-founder, CEO, Yavsvis Glulimat. Yeah, I don't know, guys. This is weird. I mean, I know there was some complaining about some of the stealth missions in Star Wars Outlaws, and again, like, I kind of come from the old school of, like, dude, like, video games back in the day were so hard, and now it's like, oh, I'm just gonna not play this game, or yeah, I don't know. It's like, oh, okay. I don't know. It's like, oh, I'm not going to play your game, or I'm going to write a bad review. It's kind of interesting, because, like, I get it. Like, you don't want things broken, but, like, at the same time, if it's hard, well, then you got to, some things are challenging, and, I think you just have to work through that. Anyways, hopefully that it's pretty good. I've been playing it. I need to get back into it. And yeah, it's fun. It's enjoyable. This is another one that is a little stale, but about a month ago already. Holy cow. This came from EW.com. Star Wars Skeleton Crew exclusive photos revealed Jaylee White as a space pirate. That's right. The best thing out of this news is that there's some photographs dropped, and there's a picture of a bunch of fun guys here. So we have Vane, played by Marty Mataloutis, and he is the same guy. He's is he a Clatudian? He is in Mandalorian, and so yeah, it's great. Then you have, yeah, he was a Mandalorian. He's a space pirate. Then Gunter is Jaylee White. Again, Jaylee White is our Urkel. I always know him as the Urkel. Kind of has a Saw Gerrera / Lobot thing going on here. And then two characters that we got to see in the D23, which is Brutus. Now, he is a Shavirian. He's a wolfman. Says voiced by Fred Tatasciore and played by performance artist Stephen Young. Yeah, dude. This looks great. Then it says PAX, which is like, I think it's kind of hard because there's like a couple other guys in this photo. I think Pax is the Gand, who's the three-eyed cow-looking thing, which is cool. And then you got another guy called Chalette. I don't know. Something, yeah, it kind of looks like short, stocky kind of looking guy. But yeah, so you can check that out on EW.com. And there's Jude Law as Jod Nawood. And then, of course, you got KB, Wim, Fern, Neil. Neil is going to steal my heart. I just love him so much. But yeah, I haven't said Brutus out loud since Brutus Barber Beefcake from WWF time. So I'm excited for Brutus, man. That is going to be fantastic. So you have that. Let's see what else we have on the docket here. There is quite a bit of news happening. So interesting enough, like there's been some kind of with the Phantom Menace and everything going on, there's been a lot of just, I said a renaissance feeling for Phantom Menace and everything like that, and prequel love and all that good stuff. So this has been coming out because basically George Lucas has all this extra footage, and yeah, there's so much. Like, I think this article is coming from IMDb, okay, and it says, the quote is, George Lucas has 3 movies worth of unused footage from Star Wars prequels. What? So according to Screen Rant, a new interview with Star Wars stunt coordinator Nick Gillard had finally revealed the sheer volume of unused footage of the prequels. Gillard discussed the extended footage in an interview with Chris Castellanti and revealed that it's enough for another trilogy and amounts to 3 more movies and footage. Wow. Dude. Gillard, who choreographed the duels for the prequels, went into an alternate version of Anakin and Obi-Wan dramatic duel in the final episode of 3. Okay, well. Yeah, you can see the full article. Okay, so it's directing us to the dork side of the Force. So good for you on IMDb quoting your stuff. But yeah, lots of extra footage out there, and that is pretty spicy. I mean, I know a lot of Revenge of the Sith, but again, always looking for just more Star Wars footage, but like I'm still looking for my instincts in in Attack of the Clones, and that's a story for a different day, but not really. We could say it today. It's basically George's daughter was super infatuated with NSYNC, as most teenage girls were back in the day, and George, with his clout, basically got them on set. I don't think the whole crew was there, but a majority of the crew was there, and they got to be extras in the Geonosis scene. And there's some people believe you could still see them in the actual cut, but man, I would just love to see me some NSYNC in return and Attack of the Clones. It would have been something, man. It would have been something. But yeah, so that's pretty cool. Straight from the source, StarWars.com. We are getting close to Star Wars Celebration Japan, and this came out October 8th, I believe. Man, these things are so good. There's a Darth Vader that's set up with looking like a samurai, which is obviously his inspiration, like his helmet and all that, and the Jedi and the Sith got inspiration from the samurai, which is cool. Luke's got this cool black cloak looking from kind of Return of the Jedi. It's got this almost kind of Darth Vader kind of look in them, which is super, super cool. Yeah, you got Mando with a very cool Grogu. Mando's got, like, again, a very Japanese feel to him, but that T-visor just sits out. You got our girl Ahsoka bringing in some cherry blossoms, I believe, which is very cool, which is obviously very reminiscent of Japan. There is a lot there, so if you want to check that out, you can go to StarWars.com, look up some Japanese badge art, and that's coming up quickly too. It's just happening so quickly. I don't know, but it is fun. It is super fun. Let's see what else we got on the docket here. More recently, speaking about Star Wars Japan, I know Mad Mikkelsen is making an appearance. But speaking of which, I can't believe my eyes. But this Star Wars prequel stuff is happening, but coming back in early 2025 is Star Wars Episode 1 Jedi Power Battles. This was first released on the PlayStation, Dreamcast, and Game Boy Advance. Yep, this guy played this on the Dreamcast. I had the Dreamcast back in the day, and yeah, it's super. It's not the greatest game by any stretch, but it is going to be remastered, which has been a thing lately. There's a little nostalgia and stuff like that, but I think the idea is just making it playable on a new console, which is fun. It's basically coming to all major consoles. It's a 3D brawler bursting with action it's a platform kind of game. You can play as Mace Windu, Obi-Wan Kenobi, Plo Koon, Adi Gallia, and Qui-Gon Jinn. There's a new trailer out. Oh my gosh. The game's visuals have been sharpened up, and there you go, because that is it's hard to do, porting that stuff over without, you got to spice it up a little bit. You got to get a little bit more graphics and all that fun stuff. But yeah, I think that's all the hot news coming out of Star Wars. There's always, there was a little, the other one that kind of came out from Forbes, I believe this is a couple weeks ago, but I mean, it's been a hot minute, but basically there was a lot of talk for a little bit about the Acolyte and just how over budget it was, and nobody's watching it, and that's what made it an easy decision not to renew season 2. This streaming stuff is hard, and regardless of what you felt about the Acolyte, I mean, it's still a Star Wars show. Still, there's a lot to get out of it, but it definitely, in some respects, at least in my opinion, it didn't quite hit the mark. But it's still good. It's just not some of the best. I feel like you have opportunity similar to with Andor. Like, dude, that was well written, well acted, special effects, blah blah blah. I think if your story is tight, things will go. Again, not really. The overall arching story of the Acolyte is not bad, but the lack of mystery with the stranger, and just some of the stuff I just felt was a little bit, it just missed the mark a little bit. So I think, again, but the stuff is so cutthroat. If it's not getting that viewership and stuff, even if it's a good show, sometimes those things are out of, the control of even the actors and everybody like that. So again, I don't think it's, need to pile on to actors and stuff like that. I don't know why that happens in Star Wars as far as like, like with Rose and Kelly Marie Tran and that whole thing, and Daisy Ridley as Rey. I mean, there's all this kind of stuff happening that could be, it's not good. It's just not. So focus on the content and not on the actors and all that kind of stuff. And then finally, this is also slightly controversial, I guess. We got this from, I just saw this in my feed and I figured, hey, I was going to do news. Might as well bring this up. But Gina Carano is back in the news, and this is coming from GeeksGamers.com. Gina Carano announces that a judge has denied Disney's unusual request to delay all discovery after being denied the request to dismiss her lawsuit. So, again, not to rehash everything, but Gina said some things. Disney wasn't happy and basically just fired her without kind of any root cause, when we have other actors like Mark Hamill and Pedro maybe saying some things that were not so nice, but still are employed by Disney, all that kind of fun stuff. So Gina filed a wrongful lawsuit or something like that, defamation of whatever character or something like that. So it's looking like Disney was trying to deny that or push it or delay it and do all that stuff, but it looks like it's gonna kind of go there. So yeah, so there you go. All the news that's happening in the last month. Oh my gosh, I can't believe it's been that long, but here we are. Hey, in our Light It Up All section, we didn't get a lot with who's your favorite droid, so please email us at bigtliltpodcast@gmail.com. Check out episode 191 as we reviewed Wild Robot and all the droids, like top 20, baby. So check that out for sure. Okay, well, Space Wizards, Plastic Spacemen, and Rebel Princesses, thanks again for listening to another episode of Big T and Little T, a Star Wars podcast. My brain just like stopped there. It just, did you feel that? It did. It just stopped. It was like, should I say episode number? Should I say Big T, Little T? I don't know. It's episode 192. Here you go. Big T, Little T. Hey, you can find us on the socials. Big T, Little T podcast on Instagram. BLILT podcast on Twitter. And then follow us on Twitch. Twitch.tv/Big T, Little T. We love streaming. We're playing Fortnite. Hopefully you get on there soon. Hey, we got stickers. We got some new stickers too. We want to hear from you. So comment, tweet, rate us on Apple Podcasts. Give us a 5-star review on Spotify. And email us at bigtlittlepodcast@gmail.com. If you want to drop us a question or give us a rating, we will send stickers your way. Next week, we got some exciting guests planned, and so I don't want to reveal that quite yet, so tune in next week. We're gonna have back-to-back guests here that are gonna be super fun, and we can't wait to talk to them and all that fun stuff. So remember, truly wonderful the mind of the child is, and may the force be with you always. Bye 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 bye.
And it thrills me every time to say his name. Stand up wherever you are. Ladies and gentlemen, here is Sting!
What the hell's going on?
Look! It's Sting!
Damn! What the hell?
What an entrance! you right.
Strong arm tactics.
It's Sting! My God! Here he comes!
It can't be.
It's Sting! Ladies and gentlemen, welcome Darby Allin and Sting! Wait! Oh my God! It's Sting! He's back from injury! He's back! And I think it's going to be maybe a bad ending for the Gun Club. It's Sting!
The hairs are standing up on the back of my neck, boys.
It's Sting!
Oh, boy, the plot thickens.
Oh my God! Look at Jericho turn! Look at the snow! It's Sting! I love it! Listen to